Welcome back to the real stage for Unilever Oleochemical Indonesia. Now is the second segment for batch number one. We have roughly 9 participants that will be performing from now until 4 p.m. plus. Now we would like to begin our second segment with I think today's sixth participant, and this sixth participant will be performing for 5 to 8 minutes, and then there will be a comments from the judges, and then afterwards we will be continuing to the next participant. So without further ado, I would like to directly invite our sixth participant for today. Okay, and the first participant on this segment, Muhammad Trizulfi Sahab, to be on screen together with me. Hi, Sahab.
Hey, Boris.
Yes, you are audible and you are visible. And may I request you to remove your mask for the purpose of this speech only, and then you can put that back on during after your speech. All right. Thank you so much. Are you ready, Sahab?
Yes, Boris.
Yes. Now, without further ado, let us welcome our first participant on this second segment, Muhammad Trizulfi Sahab, to do your presentation and your speech. Time and place is your.
Hi, I'm Sahab. I'm 27 years old. I'm a man with concern in global social issue. This way, in today's speaking sessions, I would like to share you about one of the global issue, which is abortion. This abortion is a matter of conspiracy all over the globe. Why? Because many people is pros with the abortion, while on the other side, many people are against the abortions. So, what interesting about this topic is because of the occurrence of the difference of the disagreement between these two groups that divided them into two major parts. First is called the pro-life, and the second is called pro-choice. The pro-life and this pro-choice. Pro-life is associated with saving babies, while the pro-choice is make a human rights for a woman. Based on the definitions, if we see from the Merriam-Webster, the pro-life means against the abortions, and while the other side is pro-choice, favoring the legalizations of the abortions. But the definitions is very limited. Because of that, it stuck on the one parties believing hearts to other parties because of the misconceptions, because of this limitations knowledge. So, the objectives and the motives of this pro-life and the pro-choice is diverse and complex. I would like to tell you that the pro-life is emphasize the woman rights, emphasize the embryo or the fetus to be born, while the pro-choice is emphasize the woman rights to choose whether it's her pregnancy. And the pro-choice is believing that the woman have rights to do whatever her want to her body. Well, the pro-choice, even the baby is still not born yet, killing the human being is not acceptable. So, now I would like to go to United States of America. In United States of America, after 18 years of legalizations of the abortions, the crimes is dropped down significantly. And also the crime rates is done broadly over the country. It's because the woman who had the abortions is will give the birth to a children who had engaged to a criminal activities. Now let's move to the statistic. The statistic is really difficult to combine because not all portions of the globes is collecting and recording the abortions annual in total. But let's jump back to Indonesians, our beloved country. For our beloved country, actually, in fact, that we have the regulations about these abortions. But the main things is, regarding these abortions, the abortion is not permitted except three things. The first is due to maternal reasons. The second thing is due to infant medical emergency. And the third thing is the victim of rapes. So, even the latest in 2016, Indonesia had issued a regulations which is allowing or do on training and administering the abortion services. But see why Indonesia's government is concerned about this, because based on the data, 1.5 to 2 millions of the abortions is accounted to 30% of maternal deaths. And then it happens because of the unsafe abortions or the illegal abortions. So, why I'm telling you all about this? I want you to have a knowledge after I give a clear explanations, definitions, the example. I want you to have clear understandings. Then you can confidently decide it where's your side, whatever your side. And also the more important things to avoid your misperceptions, your misjudgment to another parties that have a different point of view from you. Personally, I am in pro-life and I'm against the abortions. So that's all from me. Thank you. Back to you, Pak Mes.
Thank you so much, Sahab, for such an insightful sharing of information as well. Now, without further ado, I would like to invite our judges from SML1 to give comments on how your performance were, and also what can be added to improve your performance in the future. So, without further ado, let us welcome Sir Nico Mahmood for the sharing. Hi, sir.
Hey, Mash, and hi,
Hi.
Sahab.
Hi.
All right. So today we talk about abortion, pro-life, pro-choice, and all this stuff. That was amazing. I just love that you bring up the data from US and statistics. And not only that, you combine that with what happened in actual life in Indonesia, because we are in Indonesia, right? And I think that is a very good comparison, so that we know and we can learn from what are the courses that are going on in US, and also either we can or cannot implement that in Indonesia. And that is amazing. Now, one thing that can help you improve, Sahab, is that according to me, that your opening before going on to the main point was a little bit too long, right? So usually when we talk about, okay, I'm going to bring up a topic about abortion, and there are two parts, which is pro-choice and pro-life. Pro-life is this, pro-choice is that, and then here's the data about this. So you can shorten that up into several sentences, but instead it was a little bit too long to me while you were delivering it. And if you have already shortened that, maybe you can add some more experiences, some more point of view from your part, so that it could be a more complete personal thoughts of what abortion is and why do you choose pro-life. That is according to me, but overall, well done, and I love the data at the best. Thank you, Mash.
Thank you, Nico, for the feedback for Sahab. Now, let me invite the next person that will be giving you some short comments, Sahab. That would be Pak Andi Mukamil. Pak Andi? Would you mind to give some comments on the performance of Sahab?
Thank you, Pak Mesh. It's a very good coincidence. Huh? Sahab is very confident in the office usually, and today it's not like Sahab. It's totally not like Sahab. I mean, he look a little bit nervous, but I mean the topic is very good, and it's like presenting in front of the leadership team, which is just bringing up a lot of data analysis from the other countries, which is very good. So, but again, Sahab, I mean, the presentation need to be like, I mean, should be very relaxed, to be to present the real Sahab, because Sahab that we know is very confident, very relaxed, able to communicate very well. But I mean, at the beginning, yes, I mean, seems like you are very struggle, and it's not really enjoyable at the beginning because it looks like you are missing some part of the things that you want to convey. But um, I mean, the closing is very good. I mean, seems that you are big on the stage. So congratulations for a very good presentation today, Sahab. So I hand it over to you back, Pak Mesh.
Yes, thank you, Pak Andi Mukamil, for the feedback
Sure,
to
Pak.
Sahab. Thank you so much. All right, Sahab. I think I totally agree. In the beginning, I could feel that there is a bit of nervousness going on, but you can gain the composure back towards the end of the speech, and I think that is a lovely strategy that you implied there. And also, I would like to say congratulations. You have made it to this challenge. This challenge is not easy, especially when you know that many people are going to watch it on YouTube and it will be forever be there in YouTube. So I think the pressure is really on, but you handled it really well. Thank you so much. And now I would like to pass on to the next participant. Good luck for your future endeavors and please put on your mask back. Yes. Thank you so much. And I would like to pass on to the next participant. Thank you, Sahab. All right, everybody. Now we have done with the first speaker of the second segment. And now we would move on to the second speaker. But before that, I would like to implement 30 seconds for the judges to fill in the feedback form for for the participant that has just presented. All right, I have seen our participants are ready behind the stage. And now I would like to invite our next participant that will be going live soon together with us. Now, let me invite Masayu Rani Safitri to be on screen together with me. Hi, Rani.
Hi, Pamesh.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are audible and you are visible. Would you mind, before we start our presentation, would you mind to remove your mask just for the purpose of this speech so that people can see you on screen?
Okay,
Yeah.
Pamesh.
All right, that is lovely. Are you ready for the
Yes.
challenge? All right, now without further ado, let me hand over the control to Masayu Rani Safitri for the performance.
Thank you, Pamesh. Hello, everyone. My name is Masayurani Safitri, and thank you for the opportunity. In this occasion, I want to talk about the most favorite film, the most favorite movies in the world, Harry Potter. So, thanks. We are all here. Are thankful for J.K. Rowling to his imaginative movie that is exciting and more most exciting story for Harry Potter. So, as we all, everybody know here knows that Harry Potter is the handsome, smart, and talented wizard in Hogwarts School of Wizardry. So, Harry Potter is orphan boy that whose parents were killed by Voldemort when he was a baby. So that he lived without her parents, but with loves for his parents. So, but now I don't want to talk about the whole story of Harry Potter, but I want to talk about the lesson, the friendship lesson that we can take from Harry Potter movies. Just for the introduction, Harry had two best friends named Ronald Weasley and Hermione Granger. So Harry and Ron first met in the train station while Harry found his difficulties to enter the wizard world and difficult to find the gate. So Weasley's Ron's family helped him to get through the gates for entering to the wizard world. So, despite Hermione's for entering, despite of Hermione's initial introduction, um, it took nearly killed by a troll for Hermione to be Ron and Harry's friend. So this trio, Harry, Ron, and Hermione, ended up became a best friend as they were in the same group of Gryffindor. So with this newfound friendship, there are most of the times that elements of friendship are prevalent, especially loyalty and reliability. For the example, in the first movie of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Hermione and Ron didn't let Harry Potter go to get the Sorcerer's Stone alone, but Hermione, and Ron help him and accompany him to get the Sorcerer's Stone and fight with Voldemort. Even they know they can be killed and they can die with that process. The friendship of this trio, Hermione, Ron, and Harry, is not always easy. They found, as they grow older, they found difficulties and they found the hard time with their friendship. For example, when in the last movie of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Ron, Harry, and Hermione looked for the Horcrux to kill the Voldemort. But in the process, Ron left them because his jealousy with Harry Potter and found himself fall in love with Hermione. But in the end of the story, Ron came back to his friends, and together they can find all Horcrux and defeat the Voldemort. So the best lesson of this movie, the best lesson from J.K. Rowling that teach us is the relationship is relationships are hard. Maintaining the friendship as we grow older, it's is difficult to do. But we all have something to teach each other, something to learn, and with these difficulties and the hard time, we can find ourselves better, richer, and more magical. So I want to end this session with my favorite quote from Albus Dumbledore. That is, we are strong. We are as strong as we are united, and as weak as we are divided. So with friends, we can make the world better. That's all tell to you, and I hope this speech can there are some lessons that you can take. Thank you. Back to you, Pak Mesh.
Hi, Rani. That is lovely that you shared something very close to me. Basically, I love watching Harry Potter, and that I learned a lot as well from that movie. And I think that you shared something very personal as well in this moment regarding to that movie. Well, I would like to begin with some feedback from the judges, and this time I would give it to you personally first. In my opinion, I think what I love from your speech is your hand gestures. You you appear really confident in using your hand, basically, as well as you are very engaging in terms of your eye contact in front of the camera, and I could see that you really pay attention. You want the message goes through as if you convey the message with your eyes. That is a good point in terms of delivering your speech. And you shared in details. You shared really in details in regards to the details of the movie. Now, just now, the only thing that I was hoping for is one extra story about you or your friends who have been, like in the past you experienced this, in the future you experience this, and how did you guys manage, and how you tie the relationship of your friend, and as if the message you get from the movie is applied in your life and that works in real life. That would have been even more magical, so that it conveys a really strong message if the extra story you put into the speech. But overall, I think you are good in terms of the storytelling. The only part is I was hoping for extra little story that you applied in your real life. Overall, it was a good speech. Now, let me listen from another judges as well to give comments in regards to your speech. Now, I would like to invite first Miss Lisa to give some feedback.
Okay, hello Masayu, how are you? It has been long time do not meet you. Okay, Masayu, can you hear me clearly? Am
Yes,
I
you're
audible? Okay, well, so Masayu, if just now I listened to your speech, it's just like I'm listening a movie review. Do you know, it's like I watch a movie review that you can mention it a very clear, like about a movie. I do agree, like what Pak Mesh mentions. If just now you can insert your own personal story, also like mentioning about your relationship with your friends, it might be emphasize the message at the end, especially the movie that you watch and also your own personal story. However, in here just now, I really like the quotes like you mentioned about we are as strong as we are united and as weak as we are divided. But in the end, just now, I was just like, okay, so these conclusions, the closing statement that you like, if you can just now relate to your speech and the movie itself, it might be more wonderful. But however, Masayu, do you know, like usually I love you are in the class, maybe today you quite feel nervous, is it? You can take a
Yes.
deep breath. I can feel it. Don't worry. But just now, if you put like I am doing the movie review, then I feel that the excitement when I listen your movie review. One thing only maybe that I can add for you about the practice makes permanent. So if just now you can I listen like this is about the mannerism things. So I can give a tip somehow for us who like to telling about a movie review like this way. You can doing a recording first. After that, you listen. Then how many the mannerisms that we did it for the and then after that you go it for the second time, third time, fourth times. I do believe this practice will make your performance even greater than today performance. So even the best can be better. Then let's do the practice. I do believe that you can perform better for the next performance. Well
Thank
done,
you.
Masayu.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, Miss Lisa. Now I would like to invite one judges from Unilever. I think here I would like to ask Bu Yulia, who are with us, to give some comment. Hi, Yulia. Would you mind to give some comment?
Hello, hi. Yeah, Amelia here. Hope you can hear me clearly. So, Masayu, I do agree with the comment shared by Bu Lisa. I like your confidence, the way that you convey the message, the tone, that you're also using your hand gesture. However, I just feel that I'm listening to a storytelling. So, if I don't, or if I haven't read the Harry Potter, which I also like, I really like the story itself. I couldn't relate to how you move from one part to another. You have to kind of like make the flows more nicer, especially for those that haven't read the books or haven't watched the movie. They can understand where you want, the listener or the participants to get the message. Yeah, so it is not really clear for me the message that you want to convey. But again, it's kind of like all of us here. Fortunately, we are pretty close to Harry Potter, so we somehow get the message. It's just that next time you can work that in a much better way. I think that's all from my side. Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you, Bu Yulia. Thank
yeah,
you.
but I really like her confidence actually.
Mm, I agree. I agree. Totally agree with this. That is nice, nice comments. And I think these comments you can work on in your future opportunities as well in terms of delivering your speech even better. It's a good speech, just that with a little more tips that we shared just now, it could have been even greater. It's just that okay, Rani, and I think this is a good performance, and hope that you could continue progressing in your career and in your life, and good luck for your future endeavors.
Okay, thank you, Pak Mesh, and all.
Yes, judges, thank you. Yes, would you mind to put back mask on? Put your mask back on, basically. All right, that is lovely. Now, let me invite the next speaker. But before that, I would like to share a 30 seconds lead time for the judges to fill in the feedback form for our participant. Welcome back, everyone. Now we will continue to the third participant for the second segment for today. The third participant is another lovely lady named Ajani Fajrina Batubara. So I would directly invite her to be on screen together with me. Hi, Ajani. Hi, Ajani. You are inaudible. Ajani, I could not hear your voice yet.
Hello, Pames. How are you?
Yes, now I could hear you. That is great. I'm great. Thank you so much for asking. Now, would you mind to remove your mask first, just for the purpose of this speech?
Okay.
Okay.
Done.
Yes, thank you so much. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
That is great. Lovely confidence. And now, without further ado, I would hand over the stage to you. Time and place is yours, Azani.
Thank you, Pames, for the opportunity. Hello, everyone. How is your day? So, today I would like to convey something that I desperately need right now, and perhaps you also need it. But before that, I would like to introduce myself briefly. I'm Azani Fajrina, and people usually call me on my nickname Ririn. So, my subject for today's topic is how to stay positive. Although I'm not the most positive person that I can be, here I attempt to spill this topic and hope it can give positive vibes and affect to your life, even it just a little affects. And as we all know, currently we are being hit with COVID-19 pandemic, where many people struggling and suffering at their lowest due to debt or no incomes or no jobs. If they don't have any motivations and positive things, of course, they cannot survive. I also have experienced the impact of this pandemic, like I need to stay far away from my family and I cannot visit my family once a week, even once a month. I also have been under lockdown for 2 months, and at that time, I cannot go anywhere to refresh things. And of course, this is an impact to my mental health. Like I can get mad and stressed for something easily. Gratefully, I have watched some motivational videos either in YouTube or Instagram, and in sense of these videos have gave good impact to me. Having said that, I would like to share what I have watched before to you all about how to stay positive. So the first one is how to stay positive is be grateful of your small things. Did you ever know if you be grateful of your small wins, it can enhance your spirit and motivate you? Like you are still breathing now, your family is still healthy, and you have food to eat, and you are surrounding with your love. And you just need to reminding yourself that currently you already have all the things that you need, and just realize that there is so much beauties and joys in your life at all the time. With this gratitude, it can boost your spirit and also your mood. The second one is to determine what is your priority, what is the most important thing to you. For example, my priorities are my health, my parents, and my family as well. And I'm really thankful that they are great. And I also trying to be the best version of myself to reach my goals. And I also saying it out loud where it helped me so much. Like, so those are what important to me. And something else that I'm stressing about is gonna be fine because they are gonna be passed as well. And as long as I'm trying my best here, it's all gonna be fine. And the third one is how the third one is to do something that make you feel better for maybe 5 or 2 minutes, because I have listened or read some quotes from Tony Robbins, and he said like, if you don't have 5 or 10 minutes for your life, you don't have life. So I applied these quotes into my life,
And if I am exhausted or stressing about my jobs and anything else, I spend my time for 5 or 2 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, even 15 minutes to do something fun and something that can boost my mood here, like listening music, have a chit chat with my friends, and eating or scrolling my social media. I don't know why, but these things is really meditating, and I can be more calm and can be more confident to facing my day. So this third point is what I want to say to you all, and the essential things or the important things is in the end of the day you should appreciate yourself with all the things that you have done in a day by do positive affirmations like give a pat on your back and talk to yourself that you are good and all well done. With these positive affirmations, you also can appreciate yourself because you are the one who know your capability and you are the one who can give appreciate to yourself. uh, I think that's all for me, more or less. I'm so sorry, and I hope what I have shared before are useful for you. Thank you. I'm giving back to you, Pak Mes.
Thank you so much, Ajani, for the speech. And I think that this is a lovely sharing as well. And I could feel that you are very relieved now. You're very relieved. Now let me invite our judges to give you some comments. And the first one that I would like to invite is Nico Mahmoud. Hi, Sir Nico.
Hi, Mesh, and hi, Ajani. I think,
Hi, Mr. Nico.
yes, I think Ajani is one of the most fluent participants so far, and that is a very good thing. I love your opening. I love the confidence. I love how fluent you are in delivering things. That makes us feel that you practice and you prepare a lot for this, and you're credible delivering this topic regarding be grateful. All right. I love everything. One thing that can be implement, I think that could help you better is that the implementary of a storytelling of what your experience is. I personally really love storytelling, not telling a story but listening to stories, right? And usually talking about tips, talking about being grateful and stuff, usually it is personally related to what we have experienced. There must be one or two things that happens to you that make you think about being grateful is an important stuff and push you to deliver that topic here today. And I really wish to listen to that story from you because story relates to the audience. What happens to you might also happens to other person, and usually that could enhance the message that you're giving. So I think adding more personal stories in your speech would be a big help for you to engage more to the audience. But overall, what you did great was the language usage, the fluency, and the confidence. Thank you. Back to Mesh.
Pak Nico.
Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you so much, Sir Nico, for the feedback. All right. Now let us listen from the judges from Unilever to give some comments. And this time I would like to invite Budian for some comments.
Hey Lilin. So first, I like how you start with the background. So the reason why you choose these topics, and then continue with how you can keep positive. So I think, like Mr. Nico mentioned that you telling that in a very smooth way. So you also give an example in each tips based on your personal experience. So this makes people easily relate with the topics. Very good job.
Thank you,
Thank
Budian, for the session and for the comments. Now I would like to invite one more judges from Unilever, and I would like to invite Bu Yulia once again to be on screen. Bu Yulia?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So Ririn is my team. Actually, I just texted her.
Uh-huh.
So Ririn, congratulations. I always confident that Ririn has the good ability to convey her message, and we train her as well to kind of like, be concise because her role is she has to deal with the customer. So I see that in her message, she is pretty clear in conveying what she wants to deliver and to inform the participants. And within my only message to you is that when I hear you, in your speech, I see in one part you're pretty confident, and in one part you're kind of like a bit like stop, which is normal, especially us that we are not a native speaker. But how if you can improve that, it's gonna be like for me perfect. Yeah, I think that's all.
Thank you. Thank you, Bu Yulia, for the feedback. That is lovely. Jenny, keep on improving. Yep. And I have one reminder from my coach back then that even the best speaker in the world needs feedback and keep on improving. Don't be satisfied with whatever you have right now. Push yourself to break through and push yourself to the greater heights. All the best for your future, and congratulations, you have made it so far.
Thank you, Pak Mesh.
Yes. All right, everyone. Now I would like to invite the next speaker to go on live, but I would like to firstly have a 30 seconds break for the judges to fill in the judging form. So let us have a 30 seconds break. Welcome back, everyone. Now we are proceeding to the next participant. That is Stefanus Wiharsanto Sandiwan. And I would like to invite him to be on screen together with me. Hi, Stefanus. Hi, Stefanus.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Would you mind to remove your mask first for the purpose of this speech and put the mask back on later on after your speech? All right, that is great. Now, are you ready, Stefanus?
Yes, I'm ready.
That is great. Without further ado, let us welcome our participant, Stefanus Wiharsanto Sandiwan, for the speech. 5 to 8 minute time and place is yours.
So, hello guys, good afternoon. I hope you're doing well. I want to talk about something. Have you ever driven your car or your motorcycle without any particular destination? It will be very, very awkward, right? Eventually, you have to set a destination, such as maybe a coffee shop or maybe a gas station. You cannot drive without a destination. So, this destination is what we are going to talk about right now. Just the same as driving a car, we are driving our life right now. So for most of you guys, I assume that you have just graduated from college not long ago, and you are now called what is called a young adult. So adult, but not really adult. So let's go back some 12 years ago. You faced an elementary school national exam. What was your target at the time? Simple. You wanted to enter the best junior high school in your town. And the cycle goes on. We used to live with a set of automatic targets, such as passing final exam, enter the best university in Indonesia, etc., 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 until we graduated from college. After we graduated from college, most of us will ask, now what? This is where things get confusing in this new phase of life because we no longer have a set of automatic targets, right? So there was no other choice but to set a destination of your own, just like driving a car. We can start simple. We can start by setting a target that can be done within a week. That is simple, such as maybe learning to cook a garlic bread, or maybe decorating your room with a nice wallpaper and nice accessories. From there, after you achieve simple goals, you can then scale up to more essential goals that will affect your life. A little story from me. It has been 2 years since I am declared a bachelor's in engineering. So fortunately, I joined an MT program in my current company, which rotate me in different departments every 3 months. So my goal was simple at that time, to pass every rotation and finally graduate from the MT program. Okay, some of you might say, but I'm not interested in any MT program. So how? Hold on a second. My previous story was not to encourage you to join an MT program. It is not for everyone anyway. But my previous story was to emphasize the benefit of short-term goals. So, okay, some of you might say again, okay, now help me. I don't know what to do. I don't know what am I supposed to do, so I cannot even set a short-term goals. Well, I perfectly understand that condition. It is a condition where you don't know yet your ikigai. Ikigai is the balance between what you're good at, what you can be paid for, what the world needs, and finally, what you love. If you are like most people who don't inherit a lot amount of money, you can start by setting a short-term goal, focusing on what you can be paid for and what the world needs. So there is demand for what you do, and there is someone who is willing to pay for it. Eventually, by time goes on, you will have passion in what you do, and finally getting good at it. For me, myself, I might don't know yet what my ikigai is, but I believe by pushing forward and do what I think the right for me, I will find out my ikigai soon. So let's get a better direction in life and grab life by the horns. Hang in there, my friends. We will make it. Thank you. That is all for me.
Well done, Stephanus, for the speech. I think that is a lovely speech from all of you, from Stephanus. Now, let me ask, what are the comments from the judges? And I would like to invite Miss Lisa for some feedback to Stephanus.
Hello, Stephanus.
Hello, Miss Lisa.
Yes. Okay, Stephanus. So congratulations that you did it. Is it your first time that doing a live in YouTube?
I'm sorry, can you repeat it?
Is it the first time for you that doing the live in YouTube?
Yeah, it's the first time live in YouTube.
That is a very good job that you look so confident, especially just now when you deliver the speech. I can see it actually from your hand gestures. The things that I really like the most just now when you tell about the topics. I don't know that like if talk about the goal setting, the directions, then I like that you can analyze it about like just like driving a car. Then also insert a personal story that you mentioned about your own goal, like your goal is just so simple that I can pass in every rotations. In every 3 months, you just pass that every rotations. Then this is one of the personal story you can let us know like what is your own goal. Then at the end, I can show I can get the points in here that you also tell what is the things that motivates you doing something. Even the best can be better, like Mesh just now mentions. If you can accept the feedback, I think your message, you can emphasize the message if you can put in the focal dynamic, Stephanus. You can put the some pressure in terms of, like just now you mentioned about your own goal. Like just now you keep several, I think 2 or 3 times this statement, like just like driving a car. So what motivates you? This is several times that you repeat it. I think the pressure for your message, you emphasize it, it can make your speech better. It can make it more perfect. But the overalls, I like the topic. Then I like your performance. You look so confident. Even this is the first time for you that doing live in YouTube. Well done, Stephanus. See you on the next project. Bye-bye.
Miss Lisa, bye.
Thank you, Miss Lisa, for the feedback. Now I would like to invite the judges from Unilever who are with us today, Pak Marnangkok Butar-Butar. Would you mind to give some feedback, Pak Marnangkok?
Yep, Stephanus, it was a very nice presentation. A destination indeed is one of the everyone has to have, and it's drive us towards our ambition, and it's defined what actually our ambition. And the way you describe how the destination can affect to your life, how this can affect also to how you enjoy your days is well briefed. Absolutely brilliant. And all of the examples like riding a motorcycle or driving a car to a coffee shops, I think this is something hidden message that everyone is missing during this particular pandemic. But overall, good, well done, and you did it very, very awesome, Stephanus. Congratulations.
Thank you, Pak Marnangkok, for the feedback for Stephanus. Stephanus, that is a lovely performance. I would like to listen to one more feedback from the judges from Unilever. All right, let me invite Pak Andi Mukamil for your feedback, Pak Andi. Pak Andi? I think Pak Andi has some technical difficulties at the moment, technical problems. It's okay. Now, I think that you have done really great in terms of the speech and also the performance. What I really love to see is continue progressing, continue being better, continue being the confident Stephanus, and practicing so that these public speaking skills can be permanently yours because you are on the right track, and I believe it will be permanently bright. Congratulations, Stephanus. Now I would proceed to the next speaker. One more time, congratulations. Would you mind to put your mask back on before you leave the stage? All right, thank you. All the best for your future endeavors. All right, everyone. Now that we have done with the fourth speaker for this second segment, now let me proceed to the next participant. The next participant is going to be a guy. His name is Chandra Giovani. Let me invite him to be on stage. But before that, let me have a 30 seconds break for the judges to fill in the judging form. 30 seconds, start. As I promised, the next participant is Chandra Giovani, and let me invite him to be on stage together with me. Hi, Chandra.
Hi.
Yes, you are audible and you are visible. May I request you to remove your mask for the purpose of this speech
Yeah, sure,
only?
sure. Okay.
Are you ready, Chandra?
Yes, Pak. Yes.
That is great. That is a great spirit. Now, let me hand over the control of this stage to you. Time and place is yours, Chandra Giovani.
Yeah, thank you, Pak Mes. Nobody doubts nor questionings about the good impacts that our body will receive from exercising. But why do you think a lot of us, it is very difficult to regularly exercising, even after we know all of the benefit that we may gain from the exercise itself? Perhaps it is because our perception on how we look the exercise itself is wrong. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever exercised with a things in your minds like you have to exercise because of the food that you ate yesterday or two days back? Or you have to exercise because you feel you a bit overweight and you want to burn the fat? Or maybe you have to exercise because you want to get your dream body shape. Have you ever think in that way? I myself used to think in that way also. But I did realize that when I'm thinking in that way, exercising is less enjoyable for me. So let me tell you a story. Back to a couple years ago, I was very lazy in terms of exercising. I was barely exercise like probably maximum once a month because I didn't feel comfortable. My body didn't feel comfortable when I do the exercise. But I have a cousin. His name is Joe. His name is Joe. So Joe was an athlete, a taekwondo athlete. He has a really good fit to kick, and he basically a very talented athlete, a taekwondo athlete. He won several taekwondo competitions, but on top of that, the most important things for me is he enjoyed what he did. He really loved taekwondo more than any other things. He really involved in the sports that he did. Almost every single day, he will train himself to get better and better at taekwondo. And I can see from his expression, even though it is physically painful for him, but still I can see from his face that he enjoyed every single training that he did. And after talking to Joe, I realized that he has a really big ambitions to win the match, to be the champion of every single taekwondo competition. So by discussing that with Joe, I came up with an idea. So if I want to enjoy exercise that I do regularly, I have to set a clear goals on what achievement that I want to achieve from doing any particular of exercise or sports. I think it is quite similar with a lot of people do, because if we can see a lot of people go to the gym because they have a goals that they want to build their muscle, they want to build their body to be more athletic or something like that. And also we can see a lot of people in their diet program do some exercise because they want to cut some of their weight, and it basically is the same things like what I think. So I set the goals. I set the goals on what achievement that I want to achieve through this kind of exercise. But after several months, like 2 or 3 months doing these things, doing exercise regularly with this kind of mindset, I feel like I didn't really enjoy the exercise that much. I feel like I have to do this because there is a pressure, because I've set a target and there's a pressure for me to do that, even though I didn't really enjoy that. So I came up with an idea. Is this something wrong with me, or maybe exercise is maybe something that we cannot enjoy, basically? I came up with this idea until one day I heard a very bad news that my cousin Joe got cancer in his body. On 2018, Joe diagnosed by the doctor to get a blood cancer in his body. It was shocked us all in the family, including me, that I cannot believe that someone who did exercising regularly got cancer in his body. But we have to accept that the fact
Joe got cancer in his body, and we have to give appropriate medical treatment for him. And slowly but steady, the cancer took his energy out. He became weaker and weaker as the days went by. He lost a huge amount of weight, and everything seems to become worse until he cannot do any exercise anymore. Even a small exercise, he cannot do that anymore. And I can look at from Joe, I look at him, he cannot do something that he liked, he cannot do taekwondo anymore. And I just feel like part of his life is lost because he cannot do something that he liked just because his body cannot afford him to do that things. Now, I came up with a conclusion again. We don't need to set a very complicated goals in order to do the exercise. You can look at Joe. Joe really wants to do the exercise, but he cannot do. So I just came up with a conclusion. We exercise because we want to say a gratitude of what our body can do. Exercise is not a punishment of what your body ate yesterday. Exercise is not something that you use to cut off your some of your fat or get your dream body shape. But exercise is simply something that we use to celebrate of what our body can do. If you feel that your body can run 1 or 2 kilometers, just run to show you're thankful that your body can do that. If your body can afford you to lift weight, let's say 10 kilograms for 10 repetitions a day, just do that, because a lot of people out there, maybe like Joe, who are willing to do the same things that your body can do, that our body can do, but unfortunately they cannot do that because of various types of limitation in their body. So let me ask you one more time. How often are you thinking that exercise is something that you use to punish your body for something that you don't want to be in your body? Through this speech, I want to encourage you all guys to start to think in a different perspective on how we look at exercise. Do not exercise to get health, but do exercise because you realize that you already get health and you're already healthy and you're thankful for that. Do not exercise to burn your fat. Do not exercise to get your dream body shape. But do exercise because you realize that your body can do something amazing and you're thankful for that. Because a lot of people out there are not as lucky as we are. So be thankful. Make a smart choice on what your body can do. And do the exercise. But the more importantly is, make sure you exercise to enjoy it. Because exercising is a celebration of who you are and what you can do. Thank you.
Wow, that is amazing speech, Chandra. That is amazing. And I could get the vibe that this is a wonderful speech. Well,
Yes.
let us listen. Let us listen from the comments of our trainers. And the first person that I would like to request for the comment would be Nico Magmur. Nico. Yep. Nico, you are unmuted.
All right. Yes.
Yep.
Now, can you hear me? Yes.
Yes.
Chandra, that was an exceptional speech. Truly unbelievable coming from. It was amazing, right? I love how you deliver your point of view on sports. And while I was listening to that, I was motivated to go to gym directly. And you have successfully delivered that, and your point, your message was successfully delivered to me very well, personal, very well. So let's start from the opening, right? One thing that you did very well is the opening. When you said, nobody doubt or question the benefit you can get from exercise, but why do people still don't want to exercise? Well, listening to that, it's like an advertisement clickbait, and we really want to click on that. And that execution was excellent, marvelous execution. That grabs my attention very well. And then after that, you wrap up with the story, your Joe, and then what happens to Joe and what changes your mind, and then how you came up with the new point of view of that exercise is a reward. And with that, we can all be motivated to do exercise. So that was a whole package of a good speech over there. And congratulations for delivering that. Well done. Back to Mesh.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nico, for the feedback. And I totally agree that this is one of the best performance so far because, seeing the transformation that you have made, and I believe that you have put so much effort into this. Thank you, Nico. And congratulations, you have made it so far, Chandra, for this progress. But hold on, let me ask the comments from other judges from Unilever. The first that I would like to invite would be Pak Andi Mukamil. Pak Andi.
Yes, thank you, Pak Mesh. It's like a different Chandra, from the different dimension. It's a very it's a Chandra that convey a very good message. I mean, opening is also very good. The content of the speech is also very good. I mean, it's direct and since Chandra is very relaxed, but I mean, you need to little bit smile. I mean, you need to improve the smile on the during the speech, right? I mean, the others is unbelievable. I mean, this is the totally different Chandra that what I knows about Chandra itself. So, congratulations, Chandra. This is a very good speech. It was a very good speech. So, I hand it to you back, Pak Mash.
Thank you, Pak Andi. Thank you so much. All right, last, I would like to invite Budian for the feedback for Chandra. Budian.
Yeah. Hello, Chandra. So very good sharing. So sad to hear the story of Joe. But I like your confidence and how smooth your speech. So you play with the tone and the gesture is also good. So I think very well done.
Thank you, Budian, for the quick feedback for Chandra. That is lovely. Thank you so much. Chandra, lastly from me, I just would like to say, hey, I'm really proud, man, for what you have done today. And I could see that you really put into effort and, hard work does pays off. And what you have done today is really a good example to all of us. And I do sympathize to what happened to Joe, but it now has become a source of inspiration for many. And it is conveyed by Chandra. Thank you so much, Chandra. That is a lovely speech. Now, would you mind to put your mask back on before you leave the stage?
Okay.
Thank you so much, Chandra. All the best for your future endeavors. All the best, and I can't wait for your future transformation. All right, everyone. Now is the time for the judges to fill in the judging form, and we will allow 30 seconds for the judge to basically fill in the judging form. We'll come back in the next 30 seconds. We are back, and the next participant is Intan Pandang Prinda Sakti, and I would like to invite her to be on stage together with me. Hi, Intan. Hi, Intan.
Hi, Pak Mes.
Hey, yes, that is lovely. You are audible and now you are visible. Would you mind to remove your mask for the purpose of this speech? That is great, Intan. All right. Are you ready, Intan?
Okay, Pak Mes. Ready.
Okay, ready. Now, I would hand over the control of the stage to you. Good luck, Intan Pandang Prinda Sakti.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
I'm Intan. So in this occasion, I want to share with you about the topics that really related to our lives. Okay, so let's just start it. Have you ever heard a music that can bring back memories from a specific times, locations, or maybe with someone that you really always remember? Okay, so almost 97% based on a recent study that people that given a song that have a familiarity songs, they will be recall some memories or evoke some nostalgia memories. Okay, so for example, when you just okay, I swear that all of you have your favorite songs and also favorite singers, and you just want to replay it and listen to the music over and over. And do you realize that when you just replay it over and over, that music records memories and what you do in that time? Okay, for example, when you are in the deepest point, I mean, in the lowest point of your life, when you feels like your life knocks you down and you feel it's really depressed and your mental is not healthy anymore, I think you tend to take a rest and sitting in the chair, and maybe you just listen to music with your headphone and some music like an instrumental music or maybe some kind of genre music that you love. Actually, when you just listen to music, beside they can record it what you can recorded the moment when you just doing your activity in that times. Music also find can help you to find your encourage, your resilience and bravery, bounce back your situations, and yes, bring back your confidence again. Because when you just really feel down and that you don't know what you have to do and you just relax and just take a rest and listen to music, the rhythm of the music that have an upbeat music, it can makes you have more spirit to build up your mood. Okay, so I think when you get back your confidence is really important because confidence is all about a positive things. With confidence, you can do anything that you want. So with confidence, you don't need to worry about what you have to do. You not to worry and focus on your weakness. Just focus on your destinations. But when sometimes when you are really feel depressed, and it's normal that you want to listen melancholic music, for example. It's normal because yes, maybe we want to relax our mind by listening it, but don't don't listen it constantly. Why? Because you can't deep down deeper and deeper in your sadness, and you will lose your confidence, and it's really dangerous because confidence, a person without confidence is like a plane that's sitting in a runway without any fuel. So this plane can fly, but it cannot getting off the ground. So the confidence is our fuel. The fuel that can us more bravely to face our life, and we can enjoy our life too. But beside music can make you sad or happy or encourage you to build up your spirit. Actually, and sometimes when you just in a different situations, and 5 years later or 10 years later, when you just replay the same music, and then you will recall the moment when you don't, But now you already succeed, and oh my God, you already succeed and pass the bad time in the past. You will be proud of you, and you will feel grateful and thankful. Okay, I think that's all for my speech. I'm offering to Pak Mes.
Thank you, Intan, for your speech. And I really love this message. I really remember one thing that you mentioned, that confidence is the fuel that can take us to greater heights. We are all a plane, but we need the fuel to fly, and the confidence is the fuel. And that is a lovely message. Now let me hear from other judges, what do they say about your performance. And the first one that I would like to invite would be Nico Makmur. Nico.
All right. Hi. I think you are the most relaxed person so far, and I really want to congratulate you on that. Right? It's not easy to be this relaxed, to be this expressive. You have a very good facial expression. It is so relaxing. You also have a good body language and body gestures, which you should be proud of. And there's just one thing that I can add on to your speech is that practice more for another fluency. Being relaxed is good. You have to be relaxed. Body gestures is good, but then when you listen to someone who are fluent, it could increase the confidence more, especially for the listener, because the listener would definitely trust you more if you are relaxed and fluent. So practice more for fluency. That's all. Back to Mash.
Thank you so much, Nico, for the feedback. Now let me hear from Miss Lisa. What does she say about your performance?
Hello, Intan. Well, Intan, so nice to meet you today. So, the things that I really like today from your speech is just now your eyes opening statement. Do you know what is your eyes opening statement? Make me would like to listen just now. You mentioned like, hello guys, hello everyone. Today I'm going to share the topic related about life, which is this is eyes opening, like make audiences like to listen it more. This is a very good job. I do agree like what Sir Nico just now mentions. You look so relaxed, then you look really very, 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 very confident. If you can improve the fluency, then I think it might be perfect. But today, I think I'm going to give you one vitamin to make this speech it's more amazing. But this is my own personal opinion, Intan. There is somehow a difference while delivering a speech, and also delivering speech is mostly we talk about the sharing. But if I'm not mistaken, starting from beginning until in ending, I keep listening that the word of mentioning you, and you. Instead that using you and I think it will be better. You can mention that if you ever in the lowest or deepest, just on the lowest and deepest point in your life, I think you can blah 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 blah. Just now I listened. This is for several times. You and you. I think several statements when we would like to give the sharing and conclusions, instead of using you, you can some part you can using us and or we. This is only my points, because in delivering speech somehow this is called a sharing. But overall, I like your relaxed. You look so relaxed, like a talk and sharing with us. This is more. This is one vitamin for me. Who knows? This is help for the next speeches. Good job, Intan.
Thank you, Miss Lisa, for the feedback. Now let me invite the last one to give feedback would be Ibu Dian from Unilever, the judge from Unilever.
Hi, Intan. So I think I have the same, basically, I really like your confidence, Intan. As usual, you're very confident, and also you explain the story in a very smooth and relaxed, just like the other. So everybody can see that you are very relaxed. So I think I don't have any other thing, because I like your facial expression. Maybe sometimes I can see that you look the other way when you think something, but that really minor, I think. So very good job, Intan.
Thank you, Budian, for the feedback. Now, hey, Intan, one thing that I would like to say is, wherever you are, your energy basically transmit to other people. So keep on having this positive energy, spreading your positive energy, because you have the ability to affect and influence people's energy by seeing you speak, by seeing how you basically convey your message. You could transform a lot of people. So continue progressing, continue practicing, and transform other people with the energy that you have. Congratulations and all the best for your future endeavors. Would you mind to put your mask back on before you leave the stage? All right. Thank you so much, Intan, for the for all the performances. Now we will proceed to the next speaker. That would be Ingrid Claudia Marcelina Sembiring Milala. However, we will allow 30 seconds for the judges to fill in the feedback form first. So 30 seconds starts from now. Proceeding to the next participant. The next participant would be Ingrid Claudia Marcelina Sembiring Milala. And let me invite her to be on stage together with me. Hi, Ingrid. Would you mind to remove your mask just for the purpose of this speech?
Okay, it's better?
Yes, that is lovely. So you are audible, you are visible. Are you ready, Ingrid?
Yes, I'm ready, Pak.
All the best. Now I would like to hand over the stage to Ingrid Claudia Marcelina Sembiring Milala for the performance. All the
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm Ingrid Claudia. Now let's start to my speech. It's about what makes you unique. Anyone here can guess what I'm talking about today? Yes, it's about personal branding, the way people know you. The personal branding is determined how people describe you as an introvert, the most entertaining people, or others. uh, Personal branding, self-positioning, or whatever name, the first word first introduced in 1937 in the book of the title is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I distinctly remember when I'm in senior high school, I'm not aware about personal branding. Because my opinion in that time, it will be important when I'm ready to work. And I'm barking up the wrong tree. That's why, because in social life in senior high school, there's no aha moment that make me a spectacular schooler, and it continued to my college life. I don't have any specific purpose that I must done in a college, and that's why maybe that I'm not a categorized as one of popular scholar in my unit. And now the personal branding has again a significant due to the use of internet to control all around activity online by using social media or meeting online platform or other search engine. Example, due to the pandemic, nowadays the employer has increasingly used the social media to find an applicant before their interview by searching an applicant history on a site such as a Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and any other social media. And this leading to reduce hard copy of resume job applicant and in favor of presenting the others online platform of personal branding like LinkedIn. And maybe this effort can increasingly the opportunity the person to obtaining the job. And what is the purpose of the personal branding? There's several purposes that I will tell you. The first one as a differentiator, that everyone is unique and you must impressively obey your unique. The second is prestige and quality insurance. This is the way that can you show your ability. And the third is the controller. Believe or not, the personal branding like a magnet. If you have a positive personal branding, you can easily control around people. And the last is booster self-confidence. I think it is the most important part because the confident people have a strong self-esteem and self-value. And how to build a good personal branding? Yes, this is the purpose that I want to tell you. The several steps that can you be followed to build a good personal branding. The first one is get out for comfort zone. Yes, challenge yourself to do something that out of your comfort zone, and that will be make you different. The second is find out your privilege. Maybe there are tons of people in your position, and nowadays recruiter can easy to recruit another people through internet. And to raise up your personality, you must know your strength, weakness, and ability. And the third is do research. Use search that people have successfully and find out what they have done. Start from the habit, the way decision making, the work culture, and so on. The word is using social media. You can just only use your smartphone. Example, by use a professional form, you can use the form name is LinkedIn, like this. I think that the job seeker must have account in LinkedIn because LinkedIn is source of job vacancy, and then you can make your CV interesting. Please be noted. And then from the informal form, you can use Instagram. You can upload any other content that support your personality. And nowadays that everyone use Instagram. That's the point. And the last point is a show off. This is the time for you to show up to people who you are. Just start changing from the way you dress, the way you build a communication, the way you dress, the way you do your job, and the most important is the way you build a good communication with each other, being more friendly, more empathic, and so on. And please be noted, to build a good personal branding, it takes times and effort. And don't worry because the results that awaited are worth it. Personal branding is a way follow you as long as your character. So you must have a good personal branding to your future career. Okay, I think that's all for me that I can sell to you, and hopefully it can use for you. Thank you and see you next time. Bye. I offer to you, Pak Mes.
You know, what I love from this speech is the details and also the the lovely, charming energy that you spread, Ingrid. And now I would like, yes, I love to see the transformation that you have made so far. And you know, one thing that I really applaud you is that you always apply the new words that you learn. Like just now, the barking up the wrong tree and so on and so forth. You have incorporated so many new words in your learning process, and I'm proud to say that, and I'm proud to see you transforming like this way. Now let me ask our trainer to give some feedback, and I would like to first invite Miss Lisa for the feedback.
Okay, hello Ingrid. Okay, well, Ingrid dance. Do you know, like just now I listened to you, I have so many notes, like I'm going to just take note. Oh my God, in a very short moment like this, Ingrid, you did a very good job. The things that I really like the most, that on suddenly in the middle of the speech, you took the phone and then you show to us about the LinkedIn and then the Instagram that you have did it, I think about the personal branding. It's like emphasize and show to the audience to know, like, okay guys, I have did it actually, like what I have done that it's benefit you, then you would like also to share with everyone about the personal branding. Overall, in a short moment like this, I can learn, so I got so many points that you share with us. There is only one thing that might be in the next for your conclusions. I like actually about your conclusions, but about the conclusion just now, the closing statement, if you can make it less than about 10 10 words, I think it would be better. For example, just now you mentioned like this: to be a good personal branding, it takes time and effort. You can be a good personal branding, blah 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 blah. It's just like repeating again, which is just now in the beginning, you're like telling us about why already we need to have the personal branding. What is the purpose to having the personal branding? What is the personal branding, and how to have a good personal branding. So if you would like to conclude it like this is my an opinions that you might be can mention like, so ladies and gentlemen, it takes time and effort to have a good personal branding. So ladies and gentlemen, it takes time and effort to have a good personal branding. I'm on my way to start mine, then you can start yours. Back to Pak Mes. I think it's just like emphasize that these closings than this speech, it might be a more amazing speech. Okay, so I think this is all from me. I think Pak Mesh having connections. Bad connection. Pak Mesh, are you there? Okay.
Yes.
So this is from my opinions for the conclusion, last for the time with. Then good job for you, Ingrid. Back to you, Pak Mesh.
Thank you, Miss Lisa, for the feedback. Now, let us welcome another judges from Unilever, and this time I would like to invite Pak Kuku Imantioko. Pak Kuku, yeah, would you mind to give some feedback?
Apologize, Mesh, because just join in.
Okay.
Just have another issue, so apologize
All right.
for this one.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Then I will invite another judges from Unilever, that is Budian, to be on screen and give some feedback to all of us.
Hi Ingrid. So my favorite moment is when you use your gadget to give an example. So I also like how your hand move naturally. So the structure is very good. And you play also with your tone to emphasize the message to audience. So it's really, really good job. Well done, Ingrid.
Thank you, Budian, for the feedback. Now, lastly, Ingrid, I would like to give my personal feedback to your performance today. Ingrid, I remember that a few months back, I think 2 months back, we were having our private mentoring session, and I could see that from that time to this time, you also have progressed so much. The way you delivered the speech today is beyond my expectation. It was a great performance that you displayed, and the whole element of surprise that you incorporated inside the speech was amazing, especially the phone, and also how the way you carried all the messages is amazing for today. And I'm proud, and I'm really, really surprised with the transformation within this short period of time, and you have done it really well, Ingrid. Of course, there are things to be improved in the future, but I think you have made so many progress. The only suggestion is, no, and this is you are still on progress in learning English. Keep on incorporating new words. Keep on learning new words. Keep on practicing pronunciation and enunciation, and you can be a very, very interesting speaker in the future. And this would come in really handy in your career. All the best. Good luck for your future, Ingrid. Thank you. Yes, would you mind to put back on your mask? Put your mask back on. Yeah. All right. Thank you. All the best. All right, everyone. Now we are entering the last two speaker, the last two participant that will be delivering the speech. But first, let me give 30 seconds for the judges to mark the marking ballots. 30 seconds starts from now. Proceeding to the next speaker or the next participant is Fadila Salsabil Minako, and I would like to invite her to be on screen together with me. Hi, Fadila. Hi, Minako. Yes, you're audible and you are visible. And would you mind to remove your mask for the purpose of this speech?
Okay. Okay.
All right. Are you ready, Minako?
Wait.
Yes.
Yes, now I'm ready.
That is lovely. So without further ado, I will hand over the control to you. And our next participant is Fadila Salsabil Minako. All the best. And time and place is
Okay, good afternoon all. Today I'm going to present my speech about my lifetime series, New Amsterdam. How can I help? It's a catchphrase by Dr. Max Goodwin from a US medical drama titled New Amsterdam. New Amsterdam follows the story of Dr. Max Goodwin, who became the new medical director of one of the US oldest public hospital, New Amsterdam. Dr. Max was aiming to reform its neglected facility by clearing up its bureaucracy to provide exceptional care to their patients, often those without insurance. Well, medical drama is not something new for US TV shows. There are already so many famous US medical dramas such as Grey's Anatomy, the Good Doctors, The Residents, and so many more. And I have watched most of them. But I gotta say that New Amsterdam is the best one out there. When you Google New Amsterdam, you're gonna find that the genre of this drama is a medical drama. Well, it is a medical drama, but it's not only about surgeon operating on their patients or patient getting treatment in the ED or whatsoever. It's way more than that. It is about life. The how can I help is Max refrain pretty much throughout the series, as he rails against injustice, inequality, and unfairness that the world offers. What I love the most about New Amsterdam is that New Amsterdam goes out its way to show the representation of diversity. The entire cast is comprised of multiple gender, races, ethnicities, and ages. Dr. Ignatius Fromm, a notable psychiatrist from New Amsterdam, is casually revealed to be a gay man who is married and has multiracial Muslim kids. And the series taught me about how to deal with differences. In this world with millions of people, thousands of cultures, of course we would expect that there will be so many differences between people. And from the series, I learned that understanding differences is not about finding out the reason why people think the way they think, why people behave the way they behave, nor even about understanding the reason why people make certain decisions in their life. But it is about respect. Respecting that people might think differently, that people might behave differently, and respecting the choices and the decisions that they chose to make. That's how we understand differences. Besides, I also love that New Amsterdam is not afraid to dig into tough topics that aren't focused on and or not portrayed in a best way. So far, New Amsterdam already beautifully explored mental illness like depression, PTSD, and stigma in Asia or Asian American communities. New Amsterdam also explored the transition process of a transgender teens. While watching this series, I feel like I was learning about social life, about social issues that's happening in our life right now. One of my favorite episodes from New Amsterdam is when New York was having a massive cut power, leaving New Amsterdam in desperate circumstances. And in that episode, Dr. Fromm and Dr. Max recruited an inmate who was hospitalized in New Amsterdam, who also happened to be an electrician, to help them fix their generator since their electrician was electrified while fixing the generator. They believed that the inmate wouldn't try anything funny if he was given the chance to do good things. However, when they let their guards down, the inmates had gone lost and his handcuffs were lying on the floor. So at the time, they believed that the inmate has escaped. Of course, so did I. I also believe that the inmate has escaped. But surprisingly, like a magic, the electricity in New Amsterdam came back on. Also, the entire city was still on a blackout. It turns out that the inmate was not escaping, but he was just fixing the generator through the other rooms. Kindness and empathy is at the root of every episode and the series in its entirety. New Amsterdam encourages us to be kind to each other and empathizing and understand with each other. Well, many people don't really like New Amsterdam because they thought that the series gave their viewers false hope. But I believe that we could certainly use some hope, especially in time like this when the world is facing a big uncertainty. So I'm gonna end my speech with a quote that I really love from Dr. Fromm in New Amsterdam. He said that, "Is the world dark? Sure, but there's light. There's so much light. You just have to open your eyes and look." Well, that's all from me. Thank you.
Wow, Minako, that is a lovely speech, and I think that this is a good review on a movie, and you shed a new light into New Amsterdam, which means that you have sparked an interest from people who might be watching this and might want to watch this New Amsterdam, and I think that is a lovely effort that you have made, and the speech made us interested. Now let us listen to our judges. What do they say about this speech? All right. Now, firstly, I would like to invite Nico for the review.
That was one of the best movie reviews that I've ever heard. Well done, Minako. Well done. It sounded to me like you are the director of that movie and you're trying to sell that to the investor to invest more on the movie, right? And if I was at that position as an investor, and I would definitely invest. So that is how well you did in explaining, in giving us the information, in explaining how and what actually New Amsterdam is and how it was different with other movies on the same genre. So what you did very well was you did deliver the information we needed, the detail that we needed, the emotion of us watching it, the storyline, the point of view, what to expect and what we can get from listening to that. And you also intertwine it with how it can actually teaches us lessons that can be useful in real life. And you did it very well. So the only thing I can give you is 2 thumbs up. Well done, Minako. Back to Matt.
Thank you, Pak.
2 thumbs up. You get a 2 thumbs up, and let us see if you get another thumbs up from our judges. And I would like to invite Miss Lisa for this feedback.
Hello, Minako. So, do you know when I listened to your speech that I'm scrolling down just now about the New Amsterdam? Tell you the truth, this is I never watched this movie. Like just now, some Nico mentions. If you definitely can make sure Nico would like to invest, then congratulations, you make me want to watch this movie. Because why? There are so many life value that you mentioned. Then the things that I really like the most is you try to relate it also for some your own experiences, especially just now about that how deal with the differences. Then one of the ways by respecting. Then you also insert some of your own personal story. I mean, this is just amazing. If Sir Nico give you 2 thumbs up, then let me give you round of applause. Do you know that I'm going to watch the movie after this? Thank you so much, Minako. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Lisa. Minako, I think you should get commission from the movie producer. All right, now let us listen from the judges from Unilever. Well, I would like to invite Pak Kuku Imantioko, who have been with us as well. Hi, Pak Kuku. Would you mind to give some
Hi, Pak
comment?
Mesh.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's amazing too. I'm watching also for Grey Anatomy, ER, Japan Dorama like the Medical Dragon. I also watched this one, and I'm also wondering why I missed this for New Amsterdam. Yeah, and it's already season 3. I just have a quick look for this one. So it's very interesting to see the impact that if we are putting our effort, if we are putting our life and love, we can see that we can do better in our communication, in our storytelling, and you are proving this one. So it makes me wondering if we can enlarge this one in our life, in our work. So you can imagine what is the impact that we have for this one. Really touching our emotion, and especially for me, and you can already mention the detail in it. You can already mention the storyline and also all the quote there. Open your eyes and look. So this is also the thing that wondering. So why we are not open our eyes and look? What is the thing in our environment? What is the thing surrounding us? So if you already have 2 thumbs up, rounding applause, then I would say this is the best that I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Kuku, for the feedback to Minako. Now, I have one more room for the judges to give, and I would like to invite Pak Andi Mukamil for short feedback to Minako.
Yeah, very short feedback. Thank you. Very good movie review, Minako. And I mean, it's gonna be dark, but you need to turn on the light, right? So I mean, it's very good presentation today. It's very useful, insightful, and seems Minako is very is in a totally very high self confident today. So congratulations, very good one, Minako. Headed to you back, Pak Mesh.
Thank you, Pak Andi. Thank you so much. Well, Minako, well done for the performance today. And keep on improving. As I say it over and over again to everyone, you must keep on progressing in this life and chase for the higher heights. And also remember, this public speaking skills is needs practice, and practice makes it permanent. And all the best for your future endeavors. Would you mind to put your mask back on before you leave the stage?
Okay.
Thank you so much. All the best for your future. Now, let us have a 30 seconds break for the judges to basically fill in the judging form. 30 seconds starts from now. We are nearing the end of the first batch, and the next participant would be the last participant on this first batch. And I would like to invite Raihan Sergi Perdana to be on stage together with me. Hi, Raihan Sergi.
Hello, Amesh.
Hi. Yes, you're audible and you're visible. And would you mind to remove your mask for the purpose of this speech and put that back on later on after the speech? All right, that is great. Are you ready, Sergi?
I think I'm ready.
All the best, and I will hand the control to you for your performance. So the next participant will be Raihan Sergi Perdana, and time and place is yours.
Okay, thank you for the time and place, Pak Mesh. So, hi everyone. My name is Sergi. So, in this video, I want to share to you some facts and tips on how to quit smoking. So, if you happen to be a non-smoker here, one of you watchers, don't worry about it. Please watch until the end because this might as well help you to keep yourself away from cigarettes. Okay, let's get started. We all know the risk of smoking, the health risk of smoking. But let's be honest, it doesn't help us quit smoking. It doesn't help us kill the habit of smoking. It's really hard. Whether you are an occasional teen smoker or a lifetime everyday smoker, quitting smoking is pretty daunting. So, smoking is both a physical and psychological addiction. Even if one of these forces you to stop from smoking, for example, physically you have issue because you have an illness caused by smoking habit, psychologically you still want to continue smoking. This is why many people who use smoke are hard to stop smoking because it is both addictive psychologically and physically. So smoke or tobacco, in fact, contains more than 70 chemicals that can cause cancer. Even just one already is pretty dangerous. This is 70 folds more dangerous. 70 chemicals that can cause cancer. Tobacco also contains nicotine, which makes it highly psychologically addictive. That's why smokers hard to stop from smoking. According to World Health Organization, smoking, tobacco use is the single greatest cause of death, of preventable death globally each year, with more than 6 million of death caused by tobacco use, and 600 of the 6 million death were actually non-smokers died from secondhand smoke. We all know from here that smoking is really dangerous, even for you non-smokers. So in this video, I want to share to you some tips in the form of timeline, the benefit of stop smoking in form of timeline that may make you motivated to stop smoking. Okay, so let's get started. After 1 hour, the heart rate drops and it returns to normal. Blood pressure begins to drop and its circulation starts improving. After 12 hours without cigarette, the body detoxifies itself from the poisons and harmful gas such as carbon monoxide, hence making the content of oxygen in your blood increases. Just after 1 day, yes, just a single day without a cigarette, your blood pressure begins to normalize further, decreasing the chance of heart disease, increasing your vitality and stamina. After 1 month, your lungs capacity will increase and it heals itself. You may notice less breath shortness as well as coughing. After 1 year, the risk of coronary disease will cut by half. At another 4 years, your body has healed itself enough for the arteries and blood vessels to make it widen, reducing the risk of stroke. And last but not least, if you survive for 10 years without smoking, hopefully, the probability of dying because of lung cancer will be cut by half. So, how is the timeline getting you motivated? 20 years of stopped smoking and you are back as if you have never smoked before. Hey, if you happen to be a non-smoker, don't try to smoke. Don't try to start smoking if you don't want to waste 20 years just to try to get yourself back to your original self. Thank you.
Thank you, Raihan Sergi. And I can assure you, I'm not interested in smoking. Even after listening to your speech, that makes me even more convinced that I should not be closer to the smoking. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Sergi, for your speech. Now, let me ask what are the feedback from the judges? Now, let us listen. The first that I would like to invite is Nico Makmur.
Hi, Sergi. Now you talk.
Hello.
Now you talk about how not to quit, how to quit smoking, right? And then your opening was, do you know how? Do you want to know how to quit smoking? If you do, follow me till the end of the video. It sounded to me like you are an experienced YouTuber, and it caught my attention directly. Man, I should look for his video on YouTube. But were you on video or were you on YouTube?
Well, actually, yes, but not about this topic.
All right, yeah, but that shows that you are experienced in talking in front of the camera and talking to the audience on the other side of the camera, which was good, right? Now, second question, and I think this is the most important question, and you have to answer it by yourself, is that the credibility of the topic delivered, right? If let's say I want to listen to a topic on how to quit smoking, I would really listen to a person who has successfully quit smoking. The reason being is that there are thousands of videos out there talking about how to quit smoking, right? But for the audience who listen, how many of them successfully quit smoking after listening to that video? Now, the one thing that are in line with every single video out there is that most of them talk about how, but never ever shared their experience on how they actually quit smoking. Now, either you successfully quit smoking, or you have seen someone that quit smoking and then this technique comes from them, then I really encourage you to deliver that because it could be more relatable, right? In my personal opinion, the one thing that a smoker would hate the most is just to listen from other non-smoker talking about how to quit smoking. Because trust me, they know that it's hard. They know more than we do, non-smokers, that it's hard, right? So make sure that when you want to talk about this kind of topic with the audience who know exactly the struggle, use experience, use example. If you are not experienced yourself, then use other person as an example to show them that, this person have successfully quit smoking by doing this and that, and these are the things that you might want to try because it has already proven. I think that would give more depth and more persuasion for your audience to listen to you more. That's it. Back to Mesh.
Thank you, Nico, for your quick feedback. And I do agree on this. In terms of the content, I think Sir Nico was giving you in terms of the feedback on the content. But I think in terms of the delivery, you have delivered it really well with a very fluent English and command of language. That is a huge command and deserves a round of applause as well for that aspect. Now, let us invite the judges from Unilever to give you some comment. And this time, I would like to invite Budian to give feedback.
Hello, Sergi. Okay.
Yes.
So, very good topic. I like the opening. Good job also in detailing the facts. But yes, I totally agree with Nico. So it might be better if you can share some of the experience so people will relate and more convinced to that. So, and also in beginning, I was wondering why only one hand is moving, but apparently later I realized that because of the phone. So, very good job, Sergi.
Thank you, Budian.
Thank you, Budian. And lastly, I would like to invite Pak Kuku for the feedback. Pak Kuku? Yes.
Yeah, hi, Sergey.
Halo Pak Kuku.
So it's quite interesting. One of the topic. I think Bu Dian or maybe the rest of the judges is also smiling right now. Yeah, I'm a smoker before, and I have a reason to stop for this one. So I'm stopping for about 5 years. Then I do smoke again for this one. One of the reason for this one, how to stop smoking, is basically more on the psychological side, because it's kind of we are the one that want to smoke. It's not that we need this one, but we want it. The reason why I can stop for 5 years is basically I'm committing to do that, and now why I'm choosing to smoke again, because I'm also the one that choose for that one. If I want to stop, it's easy. I just want to stop and it stop. So it's again back on ourselves. And if you are not a smoker for this one, then if you are telling the way to stop smoking, is basically less convincing, because you are not the one that experience it by yourself, but you are trying to push the other to do that. It's not that I'm irritating because of that topic. It's really, really a great topic, but you need to put more on and the deeper how to stop doing that way. You are telling about the benefit, this and that, how to stop that one physically. If you are trying to chewing a gum, or you are eating chocolate, for example, or you are trying to get another things that makes your hands busy. This is also one of the key for the physically doing that way. But the most important thing is basically our psychological. It's everything is coming on our brain. If you want to stop, you can stop. If you want to convince yourself, then you need to convince. If you want to stop smoking, start by convincing yourself, and you can do it. So I think that's my comment for this one. Anyway, this is a great topic, and I think this is also similar with what Budian mentioned. Initially, I also thinking why your left hand is basically not moving at all during the beginning. But until you are mentioning for the video or the topic, somehow the video is not there. I don't know why, but it's help if you can bring some visualization. This is also to see. So this is the timeline for this one. If you stop at the 10 hours, this is the reason. If you stop for the 24, 48 hours, 1 week, for example, that's the way to do. So I think it's a good one. Thank you, Pak Mesh. Thank you, Sergey. Great
Thank
job.
you, Pak Kuku. Yes, thank you. Sergey, before you leave, let me give you some feedback from myself. I think you have been the strongest, one of the strongest candidates or participants throughout this course. And I always like the way you craft your language, because you have a very, very good command of language, and you always use a very concise and precise wording in your speech. And I like that the most. The only part that I was having note here is when you want to use your phone. I think the phone was the visual aid that would enhance your message in the speech, right? However, as just now when I observed the speech, it sort of become a note for you, and it doesn't serve the purpose as a visual aid for the audience. So if you want to change it to become a visual aid to the audience, my suggestion is, rather than bringing your phone, you could print one paper with the timeline on the paper, and then you can display to the video, to the camera, and the audience could follow it step by step, as like just now Pak Kuku mentioned. So in the future, if you want to use if you want to use some visual aids on the camera, please print it so that the audience really can see it, so it serves the purpose of the visual aids. Overall, I think it was a wonderfully researched and well researched speech, and it was performed really well as well. Congratulations, Sergey, for making it so far, and you have conquered one of the most difficult real stage as well in this session. Thank you so much for performing, and would you mind to put back your mask? All right. Okay, Sergey, all the best for your future endeavors, and I hope to meet you again in the future. See you.
Okay, thank you. See you.
Now, this is the end of the real stage batch one. And so far, we have roughly 15 people or participants who have performed on the batch one. We still have 9 more people to perform on Friday. So stay tuned on the real stage on Friday for batch two. And we will start at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. on Friday. So stay tuned in our YouTube channel, and we will still have wonderful speakers who will be performing on that day. All the best for the upcoming participants, and congratulations to those who have performed today. Thank you all the judges who have given the feedback today, as well as the side from SML1 and also from Unilever who have spent time to observe and give your best feedback to all participants. They must have learn so many things from this feedback. Thank you so much, everybody. Now, I would like to end this session by saying SML1, making you better you. Keep on improving, keep on progressing, and keep on chasing the new heights. Thank you, and see you again on Friday.